The Minister for Information, Gov't Nkrumah, has stated that a team will depart Ghana next week Tuesday to Qatar to continue investigations into circumstances that resulted in PDS presenting a fraudulent document in the ECG concession agreement.
Now, this will be followed by another team that will go to the U.S. to engage the Millennium Challenge Corporation on the way forward.
The team that will visit Doha in Qatar would include officials from the Ministry of Energy, Ministry of Finance and energy experts. The main duty of the team is to carry out further investigations on the Qatar company Gov't, which was named as the payments guarantor for the entire concession. According to the government, final efforts have begun to ensure a smooth transition between ECG and PDS officials without incident. Speaking at a press conference, Mr. Nkrumah was hopeful that the Ghana team will reach a conclusion that would enable Ghana access a second tranche fund of $190 million under the Power Compact 2 program.
The government hereby updates the Ghanaian public as follows. Number one, the full-scale enquiry into the detected breaches has commenced and is expected to be completed within 30 days. The team conducting the enquiry comprises insurance investigation experts, officials of the Energy and Finance Ministries, and officials of the ECG and MEDA as well. The enquiry will determine the nature of the breach and advise on the suggested next steps.
Reiterating government's position, Minister for Information Gov't Nkrumah maintained that the breach was discovered by due diligence undertaken by Ghanaian authorities through ECG and with the support of state agencies.
The provision of the payment guarantee has always been a condition precedent and was never made or changed into a condition subsequent, as is being speculated by some persons. Secondly, the initial due diligence led by the transaction advisors did not detect anything wrong with the payment guarantees. Third thing is that it took a second level of checks, this time led by the Ghana side, that initially yielded the first responses from Gov't that was confirming the guarantee. Next is that it took a third level of checks by the Ghana side, which then detected that there were anomalies within Gov't, thereby triggering the fourth level of checks.
We still stay with the story because the minority in Parliament has demanded the immediate termination of the Power Distribution Service concession agreement. The demand is one of 5 put out by the minority in response to the government's decision to suspend the agreement. There's more in this report.
Addressing the media following the suspension of Power Distribution Service (PDS), the minority in Parliament listed 5 demands which they say will ensure efficient and sustainable delivery of power. A member of Parliament's Committee on Mines and Energy, John Jinapo, said there is no tenable justification for PDS to stay on as a power distributor.
To ensure efficient and sustainable delivery of power, and as a matter of urgency, we insist on the following 5-point demands. 1, like we said, terminate the concession agreement with immediate effect. 2, identify, and not only identify, but go ahead to prosecute those responsible for this fraudulent guarantee, as was confirmed by no less a person than the Minister of Energy. And not just identify and prosecute those in charge of this fraudulent guarantee, we must also identify, smoke out, and prosecute all government officials who collaborated in this scandal as far as the guarantee and the concession is concerned.
The minority further called on the United States government to be part of an independent probe that will bring clarity to the matter.
In fact, we believe that the United States of America, that is spending $498 billion, must be part of an independent investigation.
The minorities say they will keep all options at their disposal in unraveling mysteries surrounding the suspension of the deal.
The husband of the police officer who was gunned down by suspected armed robbers in the northern region says he is deeply shaken by the demise of his wife. The deceased was reportedly shot dead while on duty at the Kumbungu Road checkpoint. Here's a report.
Lance Corporal Agatha Nabin was gunned down on Tuesday night by assailants suspected to be armed robbers while on duty and bolted with 2 of the guns. She and 2 others manned a checkpoint at the Kumbungu Road near the Star Oil filling station in Tamale. According to reports, the occupants of the saloon car, who were allegedly dressed in military camouflage with face masks, opened fire, killing the corporal instantly. Mourners gathered to grieve with her husband, Paul Nabin, and the rest of the family.
I still don't believe she's dead. The regional command sent for me. Then I went to the office there, and then they gave me the briefing as what happened. But they had to send me to my priest. They prayed for me, and I'm sure that consoled me and inspired me.
A delegation from the police administration led by the Acting Inspector General of Police, James Opon Buenu, paid a visit to console the family. He assured the police would do anything to bring the perpetrators to book.
Some other stories on the families of the 44 Ghanaians who were killed in 2005 across the Gambian border are still in grief as some shed tears during a forum to demand justice for their relatives.
The families and other interested groups attended the forum organized by the Jame to Justice Ghana campaign, a civil society coalition which is demanding action against the perpetrators, including the former Gambian president.
A lone survivor in the 2005 execution in the Gambia narrates the excruciating and inhumane treatment meted out to 56 West African migrants, including 44 Ghanaians, on the orders of former Gambian President Yahya Jammeh. The migrants were executed by the Jungler Squad, a paramilitary force that took orders from Jammeh across the Gambian border in the Senegalese territory. Tres says he dodged bullets fired by gunmen after jumping from a truck that was carrying the detained migrants before the junglers killed his colleagues. He explains why he joined the campaign for justice after nearly 15 years of the incident.
Killed over 40 Ghanaians, and in fact, about some weeks ago that this incident came out, the flag of Ghana should somehow come down.
Families of the deceased want government of Ghana to ensure that justice is served to bring closure to the matter.